Okay, so I'm already on. We got some people watching, and I can do the chat. How are you, everybody? We've got a few people checking in. We're starting a little bit early just so that we can ramp it up. How are you, wherever you are? Good evening to, I think, almost everybody, except, well, even Hawaii, even Tokyo. It's late afternoon. Well, that's false. I take it that, maybe this is from old stuff. I take it that BlueCat is not interested in high concept but big budget screenplays. That must be from the last, I don't know what that's. Hello! So it's early evening in New Zealand, I know that, and it's Thursday. We got our Starbucks, yeah, so we're just slowly ramping it up. We'll get started in a couple of minutes, and we'll get rolling. It's 2 p.m. and it's 2 p.m.? Oh, okay, yeah, right. Okay, I get it. You're 3 hours apart from Sydney, so I understand. I follow. Perth is on the west side of Australia, so we actually had our Joplin winner was from Perth. They were two women. I think that was last year, not this year, but the last year, and they were from Perth. Yes, west side. So thanks for coming on the Ustream, and we're going to have some fun tonight. Ask any questions you have. We have our deadline coming up. As everybody knows, November 15th, Saturday, November 15th, or Sunday, where you guys are, a lot of you. But Saturday night, midnight, Pacific Standard Time is our deadline. Final deadline for BlueCat. BlueCat wraps it up Saturday, November 15th. So get the word out. Finish your scripts. Final deadline is in play, and we are under 10 days. It's wrapping up, everybody. So, well, very good. So we have a few contests tonight, definitely. I wish we could send out that. We want to keep checking Constant Contact.
Yeah.
See, our newsletter service is out, so we can't send out our nice little reminders, which we like to do to get people on. So, but we're going to continue to do that. But we're going to do some fun stuff tonight. We have five free entries tonight, and there's only like 10 people on, so it'll be awesome. But you know, the first thing I can do is I did just get something. Yeah, five. I did just win Betty and Veronica number 3. As you know, I'm a big comic collector and love Archie, and I got Betty and Veronica 3, which I know you guys are excited about. Probably not as much as me, but I'm into it. So I love it. And yeah, we're going to give away 5 entries. 5 entries tonight. Let me introduce. Okay, you guys remember Mike? Good old Mike here.
Hey,
Mike's going to be. He's working the chat. If you have any questions for me, any screenwriting questions, any questions about the competition, any BlueCat questions, anything you're like, what? Just hit the chat, and we'll work those questions in to the night. What's really awesome is Heather Shore, who is the other owner of BlueCat and runs BlueCat with me, is my partner with BlueCat. She is going to be on the Ustream, which our next Ustream is going to be on this Sunday at 9 o'clock LA time. So that is like something like 6 or 7 in the morning for you guys, early on Monday morning. But maybe you can check in. But we're going to do another weekend version of the Ustream. We're going to try and just jam as much as we can in the next week. How many entries do you average per year? Well, every year we kind of go up a little bit. Last year we got a little over 4,000 features. I don't know what the exact number was. It was a little over 1,600 shorts. That was our first year for shorts. And we're tracking to have an increase this year. I don't know how much it's going to go up. But, oh, hey, how are you, Margaret? Nice to see you. So that's how many. I mean, you can look on our history page, the BlueCat history page. We have an entry count. We don't have actually last number. Yeah, I wish it was 4,000 times 50, but we have to pay the prize and the readers and the office, and there's a lot more expenses. It sounds like a lot of money, but. If you want to get rich, don't start a screenplay competition. Just take my tip. Take a little tip from the Gordo tonight, okay, everybody? We will go on the history page. There's a number, right? We have sort of our history, and we need to update for last year. You know, why don't we write that down, Mike?
Yeah,
because we've said to do that, and I don't know why somebody didn't do that, but we have the history page all counted up. Okay, do you have a sit around the table discussion about final scripts and contenders, or is it more number crunching? Actually, it's just me, and I sit around my own table in my mind, and I do it. I'm the one who decides the winner. I've picked the winner since we started, and I hire all the readers. So I hire all the readers, and I am the judge. In the end, I'm the one that picks. Sometimes I might get some feedback from people, but not as a formal convention. But it's nobody. We don't vote. It's not like a consensus. I actually do it myself. You know, so. Well, it's good to see all you guys. We got some people on here. You know, there's another guy here. We have got Johnny over here.
Hey there.
Johnny is he's one of our night guys. We have weird guys at night that work BlueCat, and basically, if they're not able to be around people, like they have social issues, they turn people off, they make weird, like they say inappropriate things, they don't have a filter, they eat other people's food, you know, that kind of thing. We just we tend to put them on night crew, because during the day, you know, we have the normal people, and then at night we have people that still do a good job for us BlueCat wise, but they're sort of the underbelly of the competition. And Mike is the crew chief of that, and then Johnny is Johnny is also he's going to be helping us with the Ustream tonight. What books would you suggest for screenwriting? I really wouldn't bother. Like, I mean, books are great. I think a lot of them you can get stuff out of them, but I would read scripts more than I would read more scripts than read more books, you know, and watch movies, and but read a script and write and read scripts and read and watch movies more than anything. And if you're gonna read, I would read books that are you know, like fiction, you know, or read like a Shakespeare play or something like that. Best way to master a genre. Best way to master a genre is definitely to watch everything in that genre and watch all the classics and be familiar with how they work. It's sort of a lost art. People don't really appreciate how people used to teach themselves. Painters used to teach themselves painting by painting, like literally imitating masterworks. And so you definitely, if you want to like master a genre, you would want to definitely you know, go ahead and do that. I got my second one, analysis back. After fixing the things the reader pointed out, he ended up backpedaling and saying it was better before. How seriously should writers take these notes? That's well, I mean, you know, it's human. People they're not computers, and so, you know, he ended up backpedaling and saying it was better before. That's frustrating. It's a little weird. Sorry about that. I mean, hopefully when you give somebody notes and they change it, but I can see myself saying that too, you know. So hopefully in general, you know, everything's sort of improved for you. Question: after submit and resubmit, that's the end of submitting the screenplay. What about making a new submission? The thing is, feedback was so useful, I ended up doing a major rewrite. We'd really like to submit that. Really can't do that. I know it sounds like, why can't I just keep submitting? But we just want to keep everything sort of level. We've had other people ask that question, like, can't I just submit my script again, just a total new submission? And I think not this year, you know, maybe next year, but I don't think that is really the purpose. I mean, I appreciate that you like our notes and our feedback and stuff, but we don't want, the reason we cut back on the resubmissions, you guys, is because people were starting to use it as a consultation service, and then we had to start, and we started, their attitude towards us became like we were consultants that they were hiring, and then the back and forth began to devolve into that, and we didn't like that. We're a screenplay competition that, as a part of entering our competition, we give you some notes from the person who read your script, but it's supposed to be just limited and sort of taken to that. What are the pros and cons of using the same reader for a second submission write? Second submission rewrite, or choosing a completely new reader? Yeah. Is it a bad idea to write? Yeah, well, the cons are, maybe you know, just like anything else, maybe the reader won't respond to what you did with your rewrite in the way that you think. You have an expectation it'll work out, and then it also might be just positive. You know, it's the same kind of situation. I mean, I think you can intuitively, for yourself, tell me what the pros and cons of that. They're really about what I would come up with. You're not really leveraging an advantage with us necessarily. I wouldn't look at it that way. I would just look at it in terms of, I just want to, like, resubmit a stronger version of my script perhaps, and let that one stand and have the other one be there too. But more than once isn't fair. A big bankroll will outright someone who can't afford it, which is what we were having. We had one guy resubmit his short like 10 more than maybe 10 times last year, and that was like, it was almost like he was playing roulette or something. I don't know. But that was one of the reasons why we changed the rule. So I am getting a lot of questions here, and I love these questions. So I'm going to get into some of these, and maybe Mike can sort of keep tracking of the ones that I haven't answered yet, because they're coming in. But so don't worry, I'm going to get to them, but I want to start the contest. Okay, so we're going to give you 20 minutes. So we're going to go to about 10:30. 10:30 LA time, and in Perth it's 2 o'clock, so 2:30 in Perth, and you know, various other places. So half past the hour, we're going to end this contest. So you want to start giving your answers. Just type in your answers into the chat, and the winner will receive a free entry that has to be used this year. So, and it can be used as a resub. It could also be used as a short, and obviously it can be used as a feature. So, and one of the things that we want to make sure is clear, that you can't win more than once tonight. Okay, we're going to give away 5, and you can't win more than once. So just, if we ended up picking your thing again, you know, just please be clear with us, because, you know, we're not going to give you 2. Okay, so the first one is best opening sequence, best opening to a movie, greatest openings ever. Okay, start kicking them in, and I'll answer some more questions for you. Start typing in your answers. Greatest openings. What's a great opening? Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
Indiana Jones. Probably can't win now because I just said it. Okay, so write your answers in there and we'll play ball. And we got about 18 minutes to half past the hour. And we'll vote on those and everybody will pick who wins. Okay, so do you read television plays or serials? No, we do not. Not yet, but we plan on doing that someday soon. The one thing is that the reason why we haven't jumped into that is I don't write television, and so I've got to figure out a way for BlueCat to judge with the same level of integrity, I think. I mean, as a writer of film, shorts and features, I feel like I can adjudicate a competition, but I haven't. I mean, I could give notes on a television script, or definitely, but I don't know. I got to figure that out, but we definitely have to move into that because it's such a strong area for storytelling now, and we're going to be left. We're already sort of left. We really should think about that, so we're going to think about that at some point.
Hey, Gordy, I emailed you some questions just so you know.
Okay. Yeah, is budget a consideration in short films? No, we don't think about budget at all when the short films are coming in. I don't read the scripts and go, oh, this is going to be too much, any of that. So, and Mike sent me some questions, I think, but I don't see any yet, but they'll probably, oh, there they are. Okay, cool. Is it a bad idea to write a spec, big budget screenplay, or is it better to stick to a cheap budget? Doesn't matter. It's just, the most important thing is your idea that you have passion for, because you're going to need to have that passion and strength for the idea for a very long time. So if it's a low budget or big budget or whatever, I would, as long as you're committed and you love the piece, that's the most important thing. I wouldn't say, well, I'm going to write a lower budget thing even though I really want to write this big budget thing. I would just go with the thing that you have the most passion for. Okay, and I'm debating whether to enter a script based on a true story that deals with Aussie history, wondering if that's too area specific. No, because if it's a compelling story, usually compelling stories, they are stories that people haven't heard of. There's details and specifics that are new and original. It's something we haven't seen before. So that's sort of inherent in what you're talking about. So I wouldn't be too I wouldn't be too scared about that. The challenge is to make it compelling, regardless. I took the same reader. I think it helps to make a reader really happy with your script. They end up being a cheerleader for your script, I believe. Well, yeah, but in the end, it doesn't matter really what the reader says. If I don't think it's going to be, if I don't think it's going to win, then I'm not going to be like, well, the reader really loved it. I didn't love it as much. It usually doesn't move forward. Hey, Gordy, what's a common thing you find in screenplays that you don't like seeing? Probably the thing that, it's not like I don't like it, it's just that it doesn't work, is when scripts are emotionally either very unavailable, like people just sort of avoid emotional confrontation or emotional scenes or vulnerable human behavior in the story, or implausible behavior, stuff that people would never do, behavior that doesn't seem like it's realistic. That's the stuff that really sort of knocks people out pretty quickly, is implausible characters, implausible motivation, stuff that human beings don't identify with very well. So we are taking, again, got all these people, everybody is writing down the best openings to a movie. We got about 15 more minutes. Can't wait to see that showrunner doc. Yeah, that does sound good. I heard on college radio a director of a new doc called Showrunner said the graphic novel format may overtake scripts. Any thoughts? Well, yeah, I don't know about that. I think that graphic novels are awesome. We love graphic novels at BlueCat, and obviously, I mean, you know, you've seen my comics. We have. I wonder if we have any graphic novels. We don't have any. I don't know if we have any here in the office because we tend to, but I always take. I tend to take stuff home quickly, and it comes. Stuff shuffles back and forth, but we've had some. We've had some. I mean, I do have. You sent me another email. Of course, I do have this, but this isn't really. That's not really a graphic novel. This is more of a compendium. But I love graphic novels. They're awesome. But I don't think they're going to replace screenplays. That's not going to happen. Yeah, the showrunner doc. I think it's on. Isn't the showrunner doc on Netflix? Is it on Netflix? I don't know.
I think it might be.
Okay. What did you love about Jennifer Swee's short Winged? It was like it was beautiful. It was very short. It was probably how long was that short, Mike? 4 pages?
Yeah, 4 or 5.
It was like 4 or 5 pages, and it was a very beautiful poem. It was just a gorgeous, very visual. It was very visual, very cinematic. She was painting a moving picture and describing the screen and the actions on the screen, and it was very much driven by the movement and the visual behavior in the screen and what was actually taking place. And it felt like a poem in the end. By the time you were done, it felt very poetic, but it had a little tiny thread to it and it felt very much like a short. I felt like it wasn't. Some shorts I think are like abridged features, you know, sort of, or they just don't. They sort of feel like they really are busting to be a. And this was really a nice short subject, and it captured the soul of the lead character so well and so completely. And, well, in a way that was very, very compelling for me, and I think other people. I mean, what did you like about that? You remember that script, Mike? Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Very visual, and exactly, it was meant to be a short. It wasn't like a, you know, I want to make a feature later, so I'm just going to do one scene for my feature as a short. It was very much the right form.
Yeah, it was like this little it was a perfect short subject in that it captured, and I think that was really what sort of knocked out the other finalists. I think there was another finalist that was sort of it was sort of like around like the vicinity of maybe winning, but then I really felt good later when I looked back on it, because one of the things that the other short had is that it did feel like this is really not a pure short, and it's not that would not ever win. I don't think that like that means that I'm going to penalize shorts that would feel like that. I mean, my short that I just finished, Dog Bowl, could easily be a feature, and but I wouldn't, you know, it's still a short. It's still a short little story. So it's not like a knockout punch. But it was one of the things about Wing that made it very powerful, and plus it just didn't rely on dialogue. It wasn't like about a gag. It wasn't small. It wasn't like it wasn't a sketch. It was very much a very rich short subject, very visual and cinematic, beautiful, and very original too, right, Mike? It was very different.
Very different.
Yeah, it was something
like a really fresh, sort of unpredictable. I never really read anything like that before.
Yeah, it was very different. So that's always huge, you know, as something original. So yeah, it's a digest. It's a comic digest. I know. I can tell. It's not a graphic novel, but it's still awesome when you're just like dying and you need some arching. You're just like, where is that thing? And you can just open it up and be like, oh, there's Jughead. Okay. Gordy, you say the final decision was you. Well, I got to ask, what stories do you find personally appealing? Also, do you guys have a podcast like Austin Film Festival? Thanks. You know, we actually might start doing a podcast, but I started doing these Ustreams, and I sort of almost like these Ustreams. I like these Ustreams. I don't know. It's like accidentally we started doing these Ustreams because somebody suggested we do one in the office, and now I'm like sort of into the Ustream, and I don't know. I kind of like them because it's, I don't know. It's like we don't really have to do much of anything with post-production. We just sort of do that, and you know, so who knows? We might do the pod. We did buy like podcasting equipment recently, or in the summer, and we just haven't used it because I don't know. We want to make sure we don't get too carried away with the side stuff that makes, you know, I don't know, whatever. We'll keep thinking. Is the Wing script available to read? These you know, I would reach out to her and see if she will let you read it, but it's not our property. A lot of people ask those questions, can we read the scripts? And it's like, we can't really. People are very, very protective of their property, so you'd have to reach out directly to the writer. I think she might have her email address on the website somewhere, and maybe Mike can post the link to her interview, and it might take her to that page where she's at. Do you have a writing regimen? I wish I had a writing regimen, but I do try and get after it every day and work on whatever movie I'm working on every day. And I worked on, you know, my movie today, so that is what I try to do every day. But I actually am getting back into another rewrite, and somebody actually asked me to do a rewrite job, and I don't like to take writing work anymore. I know that sounds weird, but I want to just write my own films and teach and run BlueCat. But somebody who's very close to me asked me about something, so maybe I would, I don't know, we'll see. I might do something like that. Plus, it's a good time of the year. I could actually maybe do something like that through December or something. So structurally, do you think shorts have more possibilities versus a feature's more rigorous structure? Well, maybe. I think shorts, you can be a lot more flexible because does the link not get censored on there, or maybe it gets censored? It comes up it's censored.
Oh, right.
Okay. Found Jennifer's. Okay, so she found the Jennifer's email on there. Shorts definitely, because people don't have all these expectations. They don't put all these limitations on shorts, so they're like, oh, you know, they don't care. With features, everybody's got to get so dogmatic about it. So everybody gets so crazy, but you know, a 2-act feature, I mean, could win. I mean, I don't know. It's really, you know, but you're absolutely right. Shorts are pretty flexible. I think they're definitely with me. I'm not like, oh, you know, like I'm not looking for structure. I'm looking for originality, plausibility, emotional content. You know, fresh ideas, original ideas. You know, emotional honesty, authentic writing, and that could be in a big budget thing and anything. Would you be prejudiced against a short screenplay that is more dialogue than a short that is visually driven? No. No, if it works, it works. It just, somebody asked me why Jennifer's script won and what I loved about it, and she did display cinematic muscle, but it's not, you know, I don't, you know, it's not like somebody could write something purely dialogue driven and I could still be like, wow, you know, because that's not going to be, that's not the difference between compelling. It's just that's what it works. So, okay, well, we only got 5 more minutes for this one contest, first contest. And you want to get your get a free entry if you opening scenes, best openings to a movie. Johnny's writing down all your answers, and then we will do the little tally. And Mike's sending me your questions that I'm missing. Besides a comical skit, what are some other popular formats for short narratives that you've read since BlueCat started accepting short scripts? What set some recent winners apart story-wise and structurally? Well, we've only had one winner, and I just talked about Jennifer's Winged, her script Winged, who won last year. but there's many things. I mean, what I would do is I would go on YouTube and I would start Googling like best shorts, top shorts, winning shorts, and you can watch shorts all day long. It's awesome. Or Vimeo, or just Google best shorts, top shorts, winning shorts, Academy nominated shorts, Sundance collection shorts. Just Google stuff like that, and you're going to be able to watch a lot of different shorts and sort of get that format and think about it and stuff. And then watch like Funny or Die. Some of the content on there is not that great, but I would just utilize YouTube and Google it's very easy for you to start watching the best stuff. And you can watch like really strong stuff like canned shorts collections, stuff like that. And you can really start to like get the mind going. Because once you start thinking about shorts, you actually, the ideas will start coming to you. If I don't think about shorts at all, and then I sit down, I gotta write a short, But if I'm thinking about shorts and I'm working on short, I'm writing a short, I start having ideas for shorts all the time. It's so awesome. I wish I could write shorts a lot. I wish I could basically read comic books and write shorts and go to movies and, I don't know, disagree with Mike about them. Right? I want to write for Pixar. What do I do to achieve that? Send them a spec. I would go to Pixar. I would go to Pixar and try and become an intern there. And that's what I would do. If I was like obsessed with working at Pixar, I would try. I would go there. I would be like, I would like to work for you for free, and that's probably a good way to do that. Johnny, do you want to go work for Pixar now, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, can you wait until after the Ustream? Okay, thank you. Is it true that animation specs don't get bought? Well, I don't know. I don't really. I think we do see those spec sales are much less because there's less animated movies produced, and they are developed in a different way. So, but that doesn't mean you don't want to avoid doing that, because if you write a really strong one, you probably will be able to get a manager. A manager would be like, "Wow, this is cool. Let me see if I can, get this out in front of people, and then maybe you can meet some people." Well, very good. So we are out of time on this lovely lovely contest that we've got here. The first one, we got 4 more. Like, it's stupid. Like, everybody's going to win except everybody, and 4 people or 5. So, but that was the most boring one. I think that was boring. So, so we've got a bunch of good ones up top. I'm going to name 5 that I really like. I'm going to pick out the 5 that I think are awesome. First one is Touch of Evil. Is definitely on there. I would go with Touch of Evil. Apocalypse Now. Sunset Boulevard. I can't remember. Some of these I can't remember. I really feel bad because I know they're awesome. Casino Royale. I like that. Let's go Casino Royale, and let's go with Godfather. Okay, and so those 5. All right, and now just vote. Everybody vote for 1 out of the 5. We're going to post the 5 right now. I'm going to give you 3 minutes to vote, 2 minutes to vote for your favorite. Okay.
Touch of
which ones you got?
Casino Royale, The Godfather, Touch of Evil,
Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse Now,
Sunset Boulevard.
Sunset Boulevard.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to put those 5 on there, and then we're going to start voting. Okay? And Johnny's going to... Okay, there you go. Okay, now starting now, after we post it, now I know somebody voted before, but go ahead and vote again and start voting for the top one of those 5, and that one of those 5 will win. And what I'm looking at is my little clock. I'm I'm going to give you 2 minutes to vote, okay? So we don't waste a lot of time on this because we don't have a million people on. So 2 minutes. Let's vote away. Vote away for opening scene. Will win a feature entry or a short entry. We've been talking a lot about shorts, or you can resubmit your script if you've already submitted. But we have to use it. You have to use it this year, guys. Okay. So hopefully this will. Yes, you can vote for your own. You can vote for your own, but just vote once. And but you definitely, everybody should vote for their own. I'm drinking Starbucks. I'm actually not like tired or anything, but I just felt like romantically like I needed to have coffee. Because it's like we're doing this late night BlueCat thing, you know? It's like, you know what I mean? It's stupid. Mike, you still got your coffee going?
I do. Yeah.
Mike, he doesn't need coffee either. We just like coffee because it's exciting, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like cool, and we love you guys, and we're just rolling. So the next contest, I came up with this idea for the next one. I'm not going to tell you that who came up with the opening scene idea because I thought it was good, but it was a little, you know, it's sort of generic. Okay, Johnny did. It was Johnny's idea. I don't want you to think Mike did because Mike wouldn't, you know, but it's good because it's sort of like the opening of the Ustream, you know. It's like, okay, we'll just, whatever. So we just did that one to get everybody sort of rolling a little bit. So Australia doesn't like Starbucks. That's funny. Why not rain check for next year? Because we're trying to get people to. We want your script now. We don't want to like, you know, have it be okay. So we're out of time. So it sucks balls. Yeah, Starbucks. Starbucks is lame. It really has ruined something about America. We have to admit, but we're all sort of addicted to it, and I don't know. Starbucks is sort of cool, but it is sort of lame. It's like Facebook, you know. It's like one of those things where we're like, we can't really. It's part of our culture, but we sort of all hate it. Don't you sort of hate Starbucks a little bit, Mike?
Yeah.
Just because it's just.
Every time I get it, I think, why don't I just like make it at home? Like,
yeah, it's just like it's not like Timmy Hortons, you know. Like,
Tim Hortons.
You know, Tim Hortons. Everybody loves. I mean, Tim Hortons is like beloved, but Starbucks is not. Starbucks is like we just secretly know that they're. I don't know. Why are we talking about Starbucks? Anyways, we love you guys. We love Starbucks. Whatever. I've done a lot of writing at Starbucks. I wish it was a Tim Hortons. Does anybody know Tim Hortons? Tim Hortons. McDonald's coffee is good. Okay. We love McDonald's. McDonald's is good. My doctor doesn't think it. Tim Hortons, yeah. Okay, so we're going to get the winner. Johnny's counting up the votes, and you're going to write down who the winner is and hand it to me. And we're going to have the winner pretty soon, but we're going to go ahead and give you another contest. So 20 minutes from this. So we're going to go 20 minutes, 5 of the hour. So 5 minutes of the hour, so 20 minutes. I'll let you know. This is awesome. In honor of our friends in Australia tonight, I know some people are from New Zealand, and I know this isn't necessarily applicable, but we are actually going to do a New Zealand-themed contest too. It's going to be sort of, but it will be fun, I think. But this one is, if you were remaking Crocodile Dundee, who would you cast out of modern actors? And they don't have to be, they can be any from any country. You know, it doesn't have to be Australian actors. But just think about, give us an imaginative person that you would have in a reboot of Crocodile Dundee. That's actually a good idea, right? Wouldn't it be awesome to reboot Crocodile Dundee and have like a person that wasn't actually wasn't Australian be Crocodile Dundee? I mean, I came up with that, okay, like a half hour ago. Johnny came up with opening scenes. But, you know, that's the difference between Johnny and Gordo. So, okay, well, the winner of the first contest, so really creative stuff. I see some awesome names coming in. So who would you pick to remake Crocodile Dundee? Is that an awesome contest? Okay.
What actor would play?
What actor would play? Everyone seems to be right on it. We got already some awesome. I know. Well, Paul Hogan was classic, and there is something, it's like, I get it. So we shouldn't remake Casablanca, and we shouldn't remake Crocodile Dundee, I guess, right? But let's just for the sake of the contest, I imagine that's never going to happen. The Godfather is the winner of the first contest. The Godfather. Most people voted for The Godfather. Now, how does The Godfather open, Mike? Do you remember?
It's it opens on the Godfather, the man talking to the Godfather about his daughter, and it's like studying the cat.
Yeah.
I think that's a good.
Well, Coppola talked about that. He talked about having a big end. He talked about this, how in Patton he had done this similar opening of opening sort of with a monologue, and he wanted to sort of do that again. And that's what he did with The Godfather. It was if you go back to Patton, and he won the Academy Award for that.
Yeah.
For Patton. And at the beginning of Patton, it's the same device.
Yeah. Totally.
Opening with sort of a compelling monologue. Mm-hmm. And what's great about that is it sets up what? Like later on in the movie, what does that scene set up?
How the Godfather deals with problems or deals with anything? Is it?
No.
Or is that specific? I forget.
Well, what it does is, okay. Tell me. This is not a contest. What does the opening scene with Godfather end up connecting to later in the movie that makes the whole thing like? What is that scene? Well, hold on. Let's see if somebody else brings it up. Does anybody know what does that connect to later in the movie? That's sort of awesome. It sort of picks up on that. We'll see if anybody. That's not a contest question, but. Maybe somebody... No, it doesn't establish the theme of family. Maybe it does. But there's something very particular about that transaction at the beginning of the movie. What is it? How does it circle back in the movie? It's awesome. So, no, not the murder of his wife. But you guys, once we mention it, you guys will know what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and you try and figure out that Godfather critical studies question, and I'll answer this other one. Just BlueCat favor indies more than big budget. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I keep hearing people ask that or speculate. Well, some years they go, oh, BlueCat only picks big commercial scripts. Some years they go, oh, BlueCat only likes comedies. Oh, every competition has sort of a reputation for something, and they're just not right. I don't think Nichols tries to pick out. I don't know. I don't think anybody tries to do that. I think they just try and pick the best, and it just falls out for what it is. So, yes, that's exactly what it is. So it's when Vito asks him to fix up Sonny after he's murdered. It's an amazing little beautiful thing that Coppola ties together. It's a masterful thing in the story, but it's like you have this thing set up and this thing planted, and then he goes back and does the favor, and sort of the thing comes back around when Sonny is isn't he in the kitchen there? It's really just what an incredible scene. Brando is so incredible in that scene. It's like it's just really amazing. So very good. Yeah, Speedy Riddy is the name of who selected Godfather, and the winner will email us at or Mike's gonna.
Yeah.
Mike's gonna take care of that. Look what they've done to my boy. Not mask. Is it Maskard? It's look what they've done to my boy. I've noticed a certain aversion among your readers to what you might consider too much length. How do you assess what's too long and what isn't? Thing is, sometimes the story needs length, if only because the complications can't be resolved without that extra page or 10. Yeah, but the readers aren't probably responding to more story. They're responding to, excessive, the volume of words, and they're saying that things can be tightened up. Because if you're fatiguing your reader with words, too many words to tell a story which could be told in less, that's not a tight script. So that's for what is the point of a short? Well, it's the same as the point of any piece of art. It's to evoke emotion and impact the viewer with an impressionable experience that helps them ascertain meaning of their place in the universe and in their lives. So that's the point of a short. And that's probably the greatest thing I've ever said in my whole life. So I hope that somebody taped that so that we could run that. That's probably going to be Speedy Ritty won. Yes, cool. I won. Thank you, everyone. Okay, we have a little bit. We have plenty of time left. We are picking the Crocodile Dundee. Yes, who would you use to remake Crocodile Dundee? Are you kidding me? I'm going to plug my computer in. Having fun, Jenny?
Loving it.
So, which one is
this one?
Okay.
Want me to hum the Godfather theme song while we're waiting here?
No.
Okay.
I
Just wanted to check.
I just feel like it's weird if you did that. I wish we could pull up. Why don't we pull up? We could pull up on this computer the actual scene. It's probably on YouTube. Of him.
Yeah.
Of him on.
I believe in America.
Of.
I watched part 2 recently, and I never really fully appreciated it. I always thought 1 was the superior.
Yeah.
I just for the first time I really fully loved it. I mean, I always loved it.
Oh yeah! Look how they massacred my boy.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Yeah, they did say it is massacred my boy. You're right. See that?
Look how they massacred my boy.
Is that like? But there's another scene after that with the guy that helps him out.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, it's good though. It's kind of fun. Maybe we'll be able to show more clips on here. It'd be kind of fun. So all right. So I'm gonna plug my computer in here and make sure I don't lose any juice. Okay. So we're talking about Crocodile Dundee. I know that was the great. I love the DP. What do they call that? What do they call that when you talk on a DVD?
commentary.
The commentary. The guy in the commentary said when he's like, he goes to couple of the scenes. He's like, man, I should have had more light in that scene. He's so dark. He's known for that. And he said sometimes he pushed it so much it was like, what? But it's kind of cool like that. So this was a shortened version. They show Bonacera before this line. Okay, great. I need to watch that again. I'm not like a cinephile like all you guys. You guys know more about it, and I'm whatever. So, all right. Well, I'm looking at some questions here, and I think I got those questions done. So, what's that?
We send you a little new batch in a second.
Okay, cool. I currently have a screenplay in a contest, and I'm one of 6 finalists. The deadline for judging is open-ended, so I don't know if I can make your deadline. The winner gets their script made into a movie. If I don't win, then I can submit to your contest. Yes, you can. But I hope you win so that you can. You seem like you're pretty close with that. You want to win whatever it is and just kind of roll and try and make your movie, Yeah, sometimes it went too dark. You hear it on the commentary. You know, he says like the one guy is just funny. That's what's great about those Coppola commentaries. He's really is. There's a humility about how many times he screws things up. It makes you feel really. He's like, oh, you know, he's just always talking about all the screw ups and all the things that are sort of wrong and stuff. But what's your opinion on why so many Australian films don't make any money at the box office? Well, I don't know if I can. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Why? It's probably. Well, I mean, what is? I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure about the tall poppy syndrome or something. Like I don't know. They don't make strong enough movies. I think they do. It's just maybe it's a regional thing. I don't know. I have no idea, and I'm just sort of vomiting out like little things, but. It might be just because of some cultural thing, like a different culture thing, and why it doesn't. It's sort of like, there's like movies in America that are like American type comedies that don't play overseas, and maybe that has something to do with it, where it's just things don't really switch over very well, and there's a lot of movies like in France. I mean, things just play really well other places, and then they try to come over and they don't really work, and that's just probably what it is. I don't really think that's because there's very successful. I mean, think about the great actors that we have. There's a lot of great storytellers. Doesn't necessarily mean that the movie is like homegrown in Australia, but I think there's a lot of great storytellers that are come out of Australia. So, I think Australians don't support their own. Well, that's isn't that like the tall poppy? Is the tall poppy syndrome only in New Zealand, or is it in Australia too? Talented people are always humble. Sometimes, but I think I find that a lot too. I find people I've had the good fortune of sort of meeting some really big people, and a lot of them are pretty cool. It's just sort of people kind of don't think that, but actually I think that's part of the reason why they get that far is because they're just not really lame. So I know that doesn't maybe make any sense, but it seems that's my experience. The illegal downloads are out of control. That sucks. I'm sorry about that. Okay, well, we're getting close to the end. We got about 5 more minutes, and maybe BlueCat needs a theme song. Yeah, maybe we should open it up with a little song. Maybe Mike can work on that. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah,
what would be the theme song?
I don't know. It could just be, I don't know, like
There's
a bass, like a Hawaii 5-0, like sort of like, I don't know.
It should be something like beautiful from a movie, like some, like the Leopard. What's that score from The Leopard? That movie's awesome.
What is my Burt Lancaster impression?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Starred in The Leopard. That's it. It's bad. I tried.
It's terrible. I mean, what? I mean,
hold on. I can do it if I have enough like.
So the tall poppy thing is in Australia. I don't think it is that much in America. I don't think people are like. I think people. It's not like that prevalent. I think people tend to like root for people that are rocking in America. I mean, generally, I don't think there's that. I really didn't know about the tall poppy syndrome until I went to Australia, or I went to New Zealand, and then somebody explained it to me, and I was like, whoa, and then I had other people tell me about it. So I think Americans don't have that as much, because I'd never even heard of that before, and I think that I read about it, and so I guess if anybody does anything, they try and shoot them down. So anyways, well, very good. So we're getting close to the end here. I'm almost ready. I think everybody's sort of put in their answers. So Steve, why don't you go ahead and Johnny, send me over that list. Man, I wish I had like a little snack. I just feel like I want to eat some. Eat some what?
Halloween candy.
I had so much of that candy. It's so gross. I'm so sick of it. Okay, I'm going to give you 5, and Mike's going to write down the 5 that I'm going to give for the remake of Crocodile Dundee. Okay? I'm going to go with Will Ferrell, Will Smith, Paul Hogan, Seth MacFarlane, and Tom Hardy. Okay, so
Paul Hogan's the original.
Yeah, he's the
right?
original.
Yeah. Can you just write down? I mean, did you get all those? Because
Yeah.
I don't remember when I say them.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Okay, awesome. All right, so he's got them all down there. Pick the one that you like. I'm going to give you 2 minutes, everybody. Let's vote it up. Let's vote for these. Vote for one of those 5, and the winner will get a free entry. And Johnny will record your votes, and I'm going to give you 2 minutes to vote. All right. So Speedy Riddy is not in play because he won the first one. How many entries? How many scripts can we enter in 1 year to BlueCat? As many as you want. We don't have a limit on that. You can enter 7 if you want. Do not hold back on that. So I'm going to tell you what the next one is. We've got another really good one. Oh yeah, this is another one that's gonna. This is the New Zealand one that I'm sure you guys will be sort of annoyed by, but we were trying to come up with something that everybody could sort of play along with and sort of gave a little love to everybody. So we just did the Crocodile Dundee, which is so annoying, you know, in terms of its stereotype. But I thought that, you know, it still was fun, and they're they're all pretty bad. Which one? What do you mean? They're all pretty bad. You mean all the answers we have? I think they're good. I think, you know. You mean bad actors? I don't know. Tom Hardy is definitely not a bad actor, and then Will Smith is not either. So Will Smith is a good actor. Paul Hogan is probably. I don't know if his window is closed on winning an Academy Award, but maybe. And Seth MacFarlane is probably not gonna, you know, take jobs away from Javier Bardem or anything like anytime soon. But anyway, so we've got those things. We are almost done. Did everybody vote? Did you vote? Okay, good. All right. We're coming down to it, and then Steve is Johnny's gonna collect the votes. Collect the votes. Johnny's voting, and then we're going to. So we're out of time, and that's it. So you've got all the votes. This is kind of nice because there's not that many people here. And okay, so what's going on?
Things that got a little tie.
Make the tie.
We got a tie.
Let me just check the numbers.
Okay, that's fine. If there's a tie, we can do a runoff on the tie. Do you want to do a runoff? Or a quick 1 minute runoff on that? What do you think? What do you got?
I think that's cool.
Okay, well, what's the run? What are the 2 runoffs?
We have Tom Hardy and Will Smith.
Okay, we're going to do a runoff on Tom Hardy and Will Smith. A 1 minute runoff. Okay, so starting now, vote for Will Smith or Tom Hardy for 1 minute, folks. 1 minute. So count them up. Johnny, keep calling one. I don't know why I want to call you Steve. It's so weird. Everybody vote Will Smith or Tom Hardy, everybody. And then we will go right into, do you have a favorite Aussie movie? Oh my God, don't put me on the spot. I don't know. The thing is, I probably wouldn't be able to be like, oh, you know what? Why don't you tell me while we're doing some of this stuff? I want you guys to tell me what Aussie movie I should watch. I would like that. I want Johnny to write a list of all the Aussie movies that you recommend me. And meanwhile, you can also put the New Zealand ones on there. But give me some suggestions, and we can do that. And so, he's voting. He's gonna do the votes. Okay. So we already voted. We have all the votes. Okay, so It's Will Smith, everybody. So, yay, Will Smith. Whoever got Will Smith. So now put all your... Okay, we got the Aussie movies. Can you write these down, Johnny?
Yep, well, let me just...
Breaker Morant. Starting with Breaker Morant. I love these. I love these questions. Let's get all these movies. I don't know what these movies are. I mean, I recognize some of the titles. How long would you expect to spend working on it from idea, outline, treatment, say third draft? No. I would say 6, 7, 8 drafts is what you're looking at to make something really good. So that's Lantana. I've seen Lantana. That was awesome. I like that. I saw that, actually. What's a great way to get a mentor, like a pro screenwriter? Yeah, I mean, if somebody wants to help you. So that's Ustreamer 48781 won that for Will Smith. 48781. Good job. Good job, Ustreamer 48781. And Lord of the Rings. Oh, yes. I've never seen that. That's funny that we mentioned Lord of the Rings because that's going to be our next Rabbit Proof Fence. I think I also saw that too. Maybe I did or maybe I didn't. But we're putting together a list of those, and I think I'm gonna start watching those for you guys, and we'll come back. We're gonna do another one of these definitely. I'd like to talk to you guys over there. Okay, so the next contest is, these contests are so stupid, but we love them, don't you? I mean, they're fucking, they're awesome, right? Okay. This is a great one. This is for a lovely people in New Zealand. Worst ending to a movie. We were thinking about the end of Lord of the Rings, the trilogy, how it went on forever and was like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. You just rocked a nice little trilogy and then you just sort of crapped on it by writing a really bad ending that you couldn't figure out how to get out of. It was like a 25-minute ending, wasn't it? It was really, really like shocking how it was like a train wreck, wasn't it? It was really bad. So anyways, worst ending to a movie, everybody. Okay, so we're going to go right to about quarter after. Let's do 15 minutes. 15 minutes on this one. Quarter after the hour, everybody. And worst ending to a movie. Worst ending. In honor of Lord of the Rings, in honor of the greatest moneymaker ever filmed in the Kingdom of New Zealand, Lord of the Rings, and our tribute to the disaster of an ending. So, worst ending to a movie, everybody. Worst ending. Think about it. What was an ending where it was like, oh, wow, are you kidding me? You just walked out and you were like, no way, that sucked. So that's the contest. That's the New Zealand themed contest. And do you need any contact information or email? Email, do you see that, Mike?
Yeah, I'm sending
okay.
it.
All right. So we're reaching out to you and you're going to get all hooked up. Thank you for the very creative Will Smith. Gordy, any tips for a great ending? Look, the way to get to a great ending is continuing to work on your first and second drafts, and your first and second act. The more that you put into and develop the first and second draft, and the patience that you have with the ending, that's really what it is. It's like you don't want your placeholder of an ending to become your ending. And you don't want to feel rushed. If you don't have an ending, you just have to live with the sort of sick feeling that you don't know how to end something and continue to develop the first and second act. If you continue to develop the first and second act, the light bulb something will eventually pop up for you and you will crack the ending. But that's how you crack the ending, is by living with the distress of not having an ending and being able to continue to develop your first and second act. So that's my tip. That's how I get to it. If I don't know how to end a movie, I just know that I have to continue to rework how I'm getting there and rework the third act, and eventually, something will pop up. And that's been my experience on more than one occasion. So that's the way to get it. Endings are very, very tough, and they're very important to a classic movie, and that's why they're very rare. That's why there's a lot of very good movies that have sort of unsatisfying endings. We know that, don't we? So so we're going to the quarter after 11 here in LA, quarter after 11, and quarter after the hour wherever you are, and we're doing worst endings to a movie. Her worst ending. Signs comes back again. Signs just never seems to die with the question with the Signs. I Am Legend. Okay, I yes, I think I Am Legend. Yeah, we had an idea for movie that we had a contest idea for movie you walked out of. But we sort of did that last time with boring movie. We don't. It's hard when you think about negative movies all the time. You know, it's like not really. You know, because we're all sort of writing the sort of. We're all sort of struggling with our. You know what I mean? Everybody's working on a bad movie in some degree at all times, right? Where we're trying to get the bad out of our script or whatever. So to disparage movies all the time is a little. You know, I think it's unhealthy, but sometimes we have to, you know, we're looking back on stuff, and right now we're looking at worst endings that didn't work out, and that, I mean, it's really huge. I mean, Lord of the Rings, you know, it really said. I mean, that was the thing I took away from it. Not like ha ha ha, there was no ending and look at that or whatever, but just that after all that, after you pull off so many things correctly and you do so many things, you know, in a way. You see how hard it is, you know, to make a good ending, because even with everything that they had, all the resources that they had, that they didn't know how to get out of it, you know, and that really said to me, I was like, wow, this is one of the hardest things to do is to close the deal at the end of a movie and do it in a way that is like, whoa, you know, like Chinatown or Casablanca or, you know, whatever. So, well, very good. The Matrix Revolutions, The Graduate has a great ending. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the great. That's why The Graduate's a classic. Is one of the reasons it's a classic is because of the ending, right? I mean, it's incredible. Some of these movies, I want to see these movies. I just haven't seen these movies in so long. Can't the ending be the summation of the film's themes? Well, okay, but sometimes I don't know if that's actually always happening. I mean, I guess again, theme is something we talked about theme last week, I think. So it's like maybe, you know, I guess the themes in Casablanca are capsulized in the ending, but I don't know if that's how they got there. I don't think that those guys were sitting there going, okay, let's try and figure out what the theme is. I think they were just trying to come up with a choice that was different and revelatory and unexpected and moving and poignant, and something that you can't see coming, you know, and I think that's part of it. I'm just saying a bunch of cool stuff tonight, I think. I mean, pretty much. I think it's because I'm delirious. I'm just way past my bedtime. Got my Starbucks, wish it was Timmy Hortons. I wish I had like you know, some like oysters or something. You know, like I wish I was at the Acme Oyster Bar in New Orleans right now, and I could just order up a nice couple dozen and just, you know, bang them out while you guys are all sitting here with me. Yeah, we should talk about endings. Maybe, you know, what we'll do is maybe I'll do a couple, like, maybe I'll plan some nice little lessons, and we'll just, you know, like little things where I'll talk about different movies, and we can, you know, do some stuff like that, like have like little, not boring classes or anything, but something where it's sort of fun to just sort of talk about stuff, and you know, I don't really know a lot, but I mean, I know like stuff about writing, but I'm not like a cinephile. Like I don't know every movie ever made, so that's kind of cool because I can like, I can, we can kind of. That's why I wanted that list of all the. Johnny, did you get that list of movies that they wanted me to, or did you not?
Nope, hold on 1 second.
Oh man,
The Australian movies.
Yeah, the Australian movies. Did you write that up?
No, but we can't. They're right in here.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Well, you're over in New Orleans right now. I mean, man, I miss that place. I love New Orleans. I have like friends there. I love it when it rains there. I love Magazine Street. It's a great place to write. The food is incredible. I mean, it's one of the best places in the country, definitely. It's one of the best places probably in the world, but it's definitely one of the best places in the United States. If you live in the States, you have to go to New Orleans. If you've ever, it's so awesome there. Love it, and they make a lot of movies there. They're very serious about movies. There's a lot of great writing there, and the stories are amazing. They always have great stories. So, these are bad endings so many that you don't want to see these. I know it's like it's tough. Endings are just crush people. They do not know how people. I mean, you look at these movies and it's like people do not know how to close the deal. It's very tough. That's the most badass thing you can do as a screenwriter is crack an ending that is classic. That's like you're at the summit. If you have an ending, that's the most badass thing you can do. Nobody cares if you follow some beat sheet thing or anything. If you blow them away at the end, you are Hall of Fame. You're in the cool club. And that takes a lot of mojo and patience to get there. Let me tell you, it's tough. It is tough. The thing I'm working on right now, I don't have an ending that's like that, and it makes you sort of sick to your stomach because you don't have it figured out. But you know that it sort of over time it sort of works. Hey, is there any way you could check the constant contact? Are we gonna jump on that?
I've been checking it and it's still down.
Okay. Well, very good. So we got about 5 minutes left for this Aussie movie classic. Are we getting any of those?
Yeah, I'm
Strictly Ballroom. I saw that, but that was, again, a long time ago. I haven't seen that in a long time. Are we getting all the answers for worst endings?
Yep.
Okay, we're getting all those. And any other questions that I overlooked at all, everybody? Sixth Sense was a good ending. That was a good ending. I don't think that was bad. Did you think it was bad? I don't know. I think people love that Sixth Sense. Okay.
just sending you the list of recommendations.
You're sending me the list? Okay. Well, I don't know if. Oh, these are the this Australian Rex.
Yes.
Okay. Good. I'm glad we got those. And Sixth Sense was an amazing ending. That's not. I don't think that's part of the contest. That was. Yeah. He did. He wrote. That's the story. Is that he wrote like 7, 8, 9 drafts. I don't know what the story exactly was, but then he was like, "Aha!" And that's really what it is. It's like it continuing to hang in there, and then go, and then something will come to you, and something will be revealed as you become more intimate with your story. It's like you get to know your story, and then more gets revealed, and more gets revealed, and we don't often think about our own relationship to the story and the characters in the story and how we grow closer to the story and to the characters and what effect that has on our choices. And, and then we keep bringing our imagination to it, and then suddenly it's like, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I don't want to ruin Sixth Sense for anybody who hasn't seen it, but it might be a good one to go. I don't ever do any writing unless I know the ending. Well, that might work, but Casablanca wouldn't wouldn't have been written, and I don't think Chinatown either. I mean, I think they shot Chinatown knowing what the ending was, but I don't think they waited to start writing it until they, you know. I think you wouldn't be surprised how many classic scripts have been written where they didn't know how it was going to end. But I think it can work both ways. I don't want to, poo-poo your idea, but I feel like there's a way. I think by not knowing the ending to your movie when you're writing something will imbue your screenplay with less of a telegraphing energy to it, if that makes any sense. I mean, if you know where you're going, you're always steering, and you might be giving up clues to the reader and to the audience as to where it's going to end up. But if the writer doesn't know where he's going or she's going, then boom, you're not going to probably not going to give it away, and you're going to have this sort of unknowingness that's going to be, throughout the color of the script. So just think about that. It's tough, because if you know where you're going, are you tipping your hand at all? That's the other thing. Yes. Well, very good. It's all about the journey, though, isn't it? Yep, in many ways. Okay, so we've got this nice list of stuff. I love this list. Thank you. Ambiguous endings are good. Provocative last images that get the audience thinking. Absolutely. Those work very well. Ambiguities can sort of bum people out a little bit, but then sometimes it can be something that's great and beautiful. And did anyone say in Bruges? Wasn't that ambiguous? Or it wasn't ambiguous, but it was a kind of a cool ending. It was a little different. It's okay to have an idea of an ending, how you want to. I don't know. These are just comments. I think that, okay, you mentioned becoming intimate with your story. Do you think outlines are a good way to do this? Well, absolutely. You're going to get to know your story. I think writing, because writing is a different form of expression, and it involves different, I think outlines involve this more than anything, but when you're actually physically writing the dialogue and describing the actions, I think you evolve yourself more emotionally. And so I think if you're developing an intimacy with your story, I think you're going to do that more effectively by writing, the actual physically expressing it in this doing some screenwriting. I hope that is clear and not confusing. But I think writing an outline is more. It's more of an intellectual process. It's not really the same as when we're actually in the process of writing the script. And so yes, you can definitely develop your story and get to know and become more intimate through an outline, but I think that writing might be more effective. Do you think that the same approach to writing could work for an actor interpreting the material? Of course. Absolutely. People, they do that. They become any management companies you recommend. What I would do is I would go on, what's that place? What's it called? Script. What was the thing we went on last year? Spec Scout.
Yes, I think it's Spec Scout.
Spec Scout. There's a few other websites like this, but Spec Scout basically tracks every spec sale and every sort of job sale, every sort of writing job, every hire. That's through the studios and stuff. And so we call information from that, and they keep it sort of a running database. It's like a market analysis. And that allows us to find all the management companies that are sort of involved in those deals. And that's how we sort of help buttress our database of because we only want to send our scripts out to those top ones. And so I would go and do that research, because you want to find out what companies are selling what you have in front of you. So if you've written a really strong horror script or a really strong comedy, then you want to find somebody that maybe has done a little bit of, has been selling comedies or selling horror scripts in the last 18 months, and just it's very easy to do that. Get a pro IMDb account and you can probably find their email addresses fairly easily, and then just shoot them an email. And yeah. So how much time would you set aside to write a screenplay from gestation to script? How many months? Well, some people do things very quickly. In like 2 months, they can have something really cool, and then some people can take a year and a half and even longer, and something can be really cool. So, I wouldn't say like you should have something good when you're after 6 months, and if you don't, then that's not right. Because I don't think that's fair to say. So, okay, we have. We're ready to, like, worst ending, okay, and I don't think, okay, let's go with, okay, these are, some of these are really bad. I think we should go with, I Am Legend, and I'm just going to mention 3, okay, I Am Legend. We're going to go with I Am Legend, Her, and we keep picking on M. Night, so I'm not going to pick on M. Night. And I'm going to go with The Matrix Revolutions. Okay, so what do we got here? Matrix Revolutions, I Am Legend, and Her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Her, I Am Legend, The Matrix Revolutions. Okay? So there you go. Those are the 3. I want you to pick one, and I'm going to give you 2 minutes to write what you think had the worst ending out of those 3. And the winner will get a free entry. Yeah, what was the unsatisfying? Maybe unsatisfying. Maybe Her has an unsatisfying ending, and it still makes it bad because you were disappointed. So, so we're going to go ahead and vote on that, and then we're going to go. We have 2 more. These are really good. These are awesome. I love some of these comments. Matrix Revolutions, awful movie, awful ending, total crap. What movies like Melancholy, in which everybody knows the ending going in? I didn't see Melancholia. I'm sorry. I should. I'm embarrassed. I have that on my queue in Netflix. And I'm going to write that right down now, and I'm going to watch it. So I will watch Melancholia. I'm going to write that down right now. Because I've been wanting to see that. And I haven't. So I'm going to see that. I'm excited to see that. So, and I'm looking at, hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just going to make sure I don't screw something up here. Okay, and we are voting, and down to the wire for Johnny's going to give us the head count, and then we're going to go on. So the next contest, okay, is so the vote's over, and Johnny's going to give us the answer, and I'm going to give you the next. I'm going to give you the next thing. We're going to give you the winner, and then we're going to give you the next thing. I Am Legend. Chrono 674. I Am Legend for worst ending. Good job. And Mike will give you some information, Chrono, and you just want a free entry to BlueCat. So, okay, good. Having fun. This is awesome. Okay, here we go. Here's the next one, and we're going to take it up for like, we're going to go like 20 minutes. Well, no, we'll go 15 minutes on this one. So 25 of the hour, 15 minutes. Well, okay. This is a good one because it's like Wednesday in Los Angeles still, and in Hawaii and stuff. And it's Thursday everywhere else. We're doing best time travel, right? Best time travel movie or sequence in a movie, any use of time travel. And Back to the Future, you can't use Back to the Future. I've just said it. You can't use it, okay? Just can't use Back to the Future. Everyone's going to, because what are we going to do? You want to say Back to the Future and then like whatever. So I want to know something else. You guys are smart. Best time travel movie. Good one. A good time travel movie. And we've got a couple of ones that I think we know are going to be coming. And I only took one out of the race. Any Back to the Future movie, those are out. Okay? And so let's name those. And if you have other questions, give me a question, guys. I'm just gonna get it. I'm gonna have Mike. Can you give me a glass of water?
Yeah, sure.
I would like some water.
No problem.
Maybe I can get some. Wait, here.
Got it.
I'll show you something really cool, you guys. This is awesome. I got this as a child. I mailed for it away when I was like, I think I was 12 or 11, and I got an autograph from Groucho Marx. Isn't that cool? To Gordon, best wishes from Groucho. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. Awesome stuff. This. Yes. So we have some questions coming up. Can a short with a gag as its central narrative payoff? Absolutely. If you blow it away and it's like a tight little short device, that gags are great. Gags totally work. Don't be scared to send in something that, if it's clever and it wins, it can win. Don't worry about that. Don't get scared off and think like, hey, I can't. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Mike.
No problem.
Mike got me some water. So, don't be scared off by that, because I would love to give somebody a $10,000 check for a nice, tight, funny short. That's just genius. Okay, so definitely, don't be scared off by that. So we're nailing all the time travel. It's cool, right? These are good contests. I mean, come on, you guys. Time travel, and like, I'm in Wednesday and you guys are in Thursday. Like, that's like, cool. So, well, very good. So, what screenwriting events would you recommend if an Aussie were to visit the States? Back to the Future. Keep losing my internet connection. Yeah, Margaret, we already took Back to the Future out of contention. That's why no one said it, because we just took that out. The Austin Screenwriting Conference in October, they just had it a couple weeks ago. That's the one that you should go to. That's really the one that is way above any other one. I mean, there's other ones. There's like Pitch Fests in LA, but I'm not really. But the Austin Screenwriters Conference that is really, really fun for writers, and there's a lot of people there, and there's a lot of industry people there, and it's very social, and Austin is a very fun town. So you would not go wrong. If you were to make a plan to come over and sort of go to Austin and then maybe swing to LA, but I would just I would just spend a week in Austin and get your badge and just go to the conference and just sort of take it all in, and just bring a lot of business cards and try not to get too drunk and and then just rock it. But yeah, so well, very good. So let's see. Do you want us to tell you what happens in the future? Yes. What happens in Thursday? Yeah, no kidding. You guys are all in the future. It's it does feel weird though, like when it's like so way off like that. That was what the longest birthday was about, was going backwards from Israel here. So like everything goes backwards. Yeah, it's not really possible. If you're in Austin, you're probably going to do some partying. So but it's really, I mean, people love it. That's why it's so crowded. That's why it's the #1 event like that in the country by a mile. There's really not anywhere. I mean, I don't know if there's anything close to that. Is there, Mike? Like, isn't there? There's some pitch fest. I'm not totally, I don't know everything on the ground, and I know there's probably some very legitimate pitch events that are in LA, and I wouldn't want to steer anybody away from partaking because I know that some of those have a nice track record with people. I don't want to just say I'm disparaging it by not mentioning it, but Austin's the one that if you're traveling from overseas, I mean, that's the one that, because there's no way, safety not guaranteed, that's another one I forgot, and 12 Monkeys. And yeah, you got some good stuff here. Terminator 2 is a really good answer. Frequency. Deja Vu. What's Deja Vu?
I think it's with Denzel. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see that, I don't think. Is that a good one?
I didn't see it either.
I haven't either.
I think it's one of Tony Scott's last movies.
Oh, okay. Some of them seem like speed dating. Those are the pitch fests, I think, right? So I don't know much about them, but I know that I don't know if I would tell somebody to come overseas to do that. So so safety net. What about screenwriting courses? What's your opinion on USC, UCLA? Well, I have taught at both places. I currently teach at USC, a professional program. So they're both good. I mean, USC, and I'm not saying, I probably wouldn't tell you either way, but I can honestly tell you that the UCLA program is excellent. It's excellent. And they have stuff you can do online, and there's stuff that you can do if you are in LA, but it is an excellent program. USC, has a program you have to apply to it, and it's also excellent. They have an incredible faculty. They have very, very, it's an incredible program. So both of them are excellent. So you wouldn't lose. But UCLA is excellent. I would definitely think about I would look into UCLA if you want to do something like that online. Are Austin festivals better than those in Los Angeles for quality indie films? Well, I mean, they've got good festivals here. I mean, Los Angeles Film Festival, AFI. They've got some solid festivals here that program really strong stuff, and they do a lot of like small event screenings and things that are nice. Austin has South by Southwest, and they also have the Austin Film Festival. And South by Southwest is obviously one of the strongest American film festivals all by itself. So, maybe that edges out everything else here. Maybe not AFI, but AFI is not necessarily an indie discovery type festival. It's more of a sort of a prestige Oscar-y type thing at the end of the year. But I think that the Los Angeles Film Festival is pretty good, and that usually has everything. It's just later on in the year, so a lot of stuff has screened other places, and so yeah. All right, how much time we're going till 20 of or 35? Like we went okay, so 5 more minutes on the time travel movie, and then we'll have one more, which is Johnny's idea. But I think it's actually good. I think you guys are going to I think it's a different sort of, it's a different sort of contest, and we don't know. Basically, if you guys don't like the next one, Johnny loses his job. Okay, so you will be not only playing for a free entry to BlueCat, but you will also be deciding a young man's future. And well, very good. So we are heading towards the end of this one. So there's no other questions. Anybody got any other questions that you send me? I'm looking here. I don't know what else.
No, I think we're all caught
what else?
up.
We're all caught up, and everybody showing me what they've got. So why don't you tell me a little bit about where everybody is? Why don't you tell us your location? I just want to kind of get an idea who's on here right now. Okay, so why don't you go ahead and tell me where you are? If you're concerned about law enforcement issues, then just maybe just the country. You don't have to get specific. Well, I have to rewrite a new script before November 10th. I've already submitted twice. Well, it's you. Have you resubmitted yet? Because you can resubmit where you are, yeah, you can always already resubmit 487. So Hawaii. Oh, I was just in Hawaii. Did you know that? Where are you in Hawaii? I was just teaching in Honolulu. I'm going to actually come back and teach another workshop in March in Honolulu, and we got somebody in New York still awake, and Auckland. I love Auckland. I was there. Auckland is great. I was in Auckland. I was like hallucinating from jet lag, but I have. So you've already resubmitted. Yes, Honolulu. We'll see what we can do. I don't know what to tell you, but you might just have the satisfaction of winning. I would like to come to Sydney. I came a year and a half ago, did a workshop, and I would love to come back. I think we're going to try to go to India next September. We've never been over there. We're going to try and set up some workshops there, and maybe we can swing by. But Sydney, I definitely have to come back. I taught there a year and a half ago, and I think we want to go back there again because there's a lot of people that love BlueCat, and we love you guys there. So we want to make sure we do that. So, well, very good. Thank you for letting me know where you're at. Newcastle, it's awesome. Oh, you're from India. Yeah, India is where we were trying to. We started to look, and we're gonna, after the deadline, we're gonna try and set up something in September to come back over. Yep, we're definitely we started talking, but we couldn't get into it too far. We were with the competition, but we really want to go over there because there's a lot of screenwriters, and they're writing in English. And I was in Sydney. I taught in Sydney, and I taught in Melbourne, and I was staying right down there. I went out to Bondi Beach. I was writing out at Bondi for a second. I was only there a couple days, and then I went to Melbourne. It was a very quick trip. I mean, it wasn't super quick, but I did sort of travel through. It was pretty condensed. I wish I had spent more time because it was the jet lag was difficult, and then I had a lot of work. I was reading scripts and stuff, so it was a little much. Okay, so we have our time travel movies. And Johnny is
Just
sent over his things, and we got some really good ones here. I'm going to go with let's pick 5. Let's pick 5. I'm going to go with Terminator 2. I know that's a little, but I think that's Terminator 2, Bill and Ted. That's a good one. Looper. And I'm going to pick 5, everybody. So I got to go with Groundhog Day, obviously. You got it. You can't, and Donnie Darko. Okay? So those 5, and there they are. Terminator 2, Bill and Ted, Looper, Groundhog Day, and Donnie Darko. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to vote starting now. Vote for the one that you like out of those 5, and that person will win a free entry, a free resubmission, or a free short. That's the one thing you can do is write a short. Yes, you're in Honolulu. You can write a short in 10 days. Put a short together and send us the short. That would be good. And go ahead and give us your vote. And don't campaign or anything like that. People, these are good. These are good. Okay, so you've already voted, and we're counting up the votes, and we're gonna get to that. But I want to already get you thinking about this next one. This would be good. This is, and I don't know how to explain. Johnny, why don't you come over and explain this one? I don't even know what you're talking about.
hold on one second.
Okay. What is the point of a short? I thought we already told you that. That's earlier in the broadcast. We're going to upload this thing. I gave the answer to what a point of the short, and it was like the most awesome thing ever. Yeah, we have basically we have table readings of scripts of our top scripts, our winners and our finalists and stuff, if they are local. And Henry lives here. So we have like 6 of our top 11 writers that were local. And so we had 6 table readings. Right, Mike?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
We had 6 table readings. It was awesome. Table readings are awesome.
They were great.
Johnny has to go, somebody just said. Wow. Well, I mean, it's like, dude, he's over here, and we asked him to come over and explain this contest. And he's, okay, so everybody, we voted. Are some people voting twice? See, somebody's campaigning. You realize that, right?
Yeah, I see.
Okay, somebody's actually, this person from India is doing some, yeah, Johnny, come over. Okay, so people are like,
Wait, can I get the winner?
yeah. Okay. And Johnny's going to explain this contest idea that he has, that I think it's good, but I think he needs to explain it. And then you can sort of, okay, so do you have a winner? Okay, we're going to announce the winner, and then we're going to have Johnny explain this. I know he's hiding behind a chair. It's very, pack your things, Johnny. I mean, it's true. I mean, it's like, I don't think he should, he's weird enough to work nights, but he's sort of, it's like he's annoying, you know what I mean? It's like he's behind the chair. It's like, dude, don't do that, okay? All right, so we have a winner. The winner is Groundhog Day. Nice. And that is Cybertron009. Congratulations. So you got it. Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day, come on. That's a good classic. That's good. All right, Johnny, explain what this contest is.
Okay, so what is your litmus test for a movie? So in other words, what movie would you show your significant other, and if they don't like it, then you can't be with them?
So this is like a dating, like a thing where you meet somebody, and you're like, if they don't like Caddyshack, they are out. Basically, if I had a litmus test for Mike, he wouldn't work here. Because it's just like, there's no way. Okay, so right now, go ahead and start. And we're just going to take this up until about 5, like about I don't know, like 5 of. We'll about like maybe, we'll give you about 10 minutes. Just everybody, let's go ahead, slam your answer. What is just one answer, Cybertron? You already won too, so you don't want to be. You want to be careful because we don't want to get. But just Tree of Life. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. So if you pick, what's the movie that, man, they better like this movie or it's over, right? Right, Johnny?
Yep.
Okay. What's the movie? Let's get Johnny back over here. Johnny, come back over here. What is your litmus test movie?
It has to be The Godfathers 1 and 2.
Godfathers 1 and 2. I mean, it's true. It's pretty safe though. I mean,
yeah, it is safe. Yeah.
But it's true. If somebody doesn't like The Godfather, can you really be with them ever? Can you even talk to them? All right. Well, very good. Mike, why don't you come over here?
Yeah.
What's your litmus test movie, Mike?
Okay, I got one.
Just don't trying to be funny.
No, I won't.
Because I feel like you're about ready to make a joke.
No, it's really not. No, it's really not. Wet Hot American Summer is probably. I was trying to think of a comedy.
One Hot American Summer.
Wet Hot American Summer.
Wet Hot American Summer.
I think that's.
If they don't like it,
yeah.
What you're
that's
not going to sleep with them?
No. And this is an interesting question because I think it's different from what's your favorite movie. This is like you know what I mean? I feel like the answers should be like movies that are people have different opinions on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think Wet Hot American Summer would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder what my movie would be. I think it's A Wonderful Life. But that's stupid because everybody likes that movie. So basically, I'm not really being very picky.
What about?
But that is the movie that comes to mind. If you don't like It's a Wonderful Life,
yeah,
and you're like, I don't think we're probably gonna. I don't know if that's gonna work. I think if somebody's like, I don't like that movie, I would think there's something wrong with them.
What about
La Dolce Vita?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, La Dolce Vita, but I don't know. It's a Wonderful Life is the movie that came to mind for me. It's a Wonderful Life. So that's mine. And The Fault in Our Stars is her idea of a good movie. That's kind of funny. That's a flip of the contest. The contest would be like, what's the movie that they love if they think it's a great movie? We should do that. We should make sure to do that one on Sunday. We're going to do another one of these on Sunday. I think that would be a really good. That's another. We could do that. We got to remember to do that one.
Which one?
What's the movie that they like that is the deal breaker movie? The deal breaker movie, right? Like, what's the movie that they're like, I love this movie, and we're like running in the opposite direction, like, oh my God, let me out of here. Yeah, so, It's a Wonderful Life. It's sort of a bad answer to that because basically, who has ever met anyone that's going to be like, I hate that. I guess some people think It's a Wonderful Life is sort of schlock. They think it's sort of like maybe schlocky or, I don't know, there's probably, or too old-fashioned in its attitudes. I don't know, something.
They need to get out of town.
Huh?
Those people need to get out of town.
I don't know. I'm sort of like trying to see, argue the other side of it. Okay, so Margaret, you missed everything. Who won the last one? The last one was Cybertron for Groundhog Day. Yes. Wolf of Wall Street. After all, who wants to spend the rest of their life with someone who does not like a bit of submersive humor from time to time? So Wolf of Wall Street is Sam Park's entry to this. Well, this has been really interesting. I hope you guys, these things fly by, I have to say. It's 2 hours and then all of a sudden it's always over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They really
go fast.
They really do go fast. We could also show you So have you guys seen Interstellar yet? I guess that just opened up last night in the U.S. and it is. The BlueCat team is going to see it. Like all of us are going to go see it next Tuesday. We bought a row of seats in they just redid the IMAX in the Grauman's Chinese Theater. They turned it into an IMAX, and it's really nice. They really did a great job in the renovation. But we bought 9 tickets in this sweet spot of the thing, and everybody's going to Interstellar next Tuesday. We've had a couple people in the office that already saw it, and mixed reviews. But I'm not ruining it. I have not said anything or anything. I'm just, it's like some people like it, some people don't. But we are seeing it next week in IMAX next Tuesday, so that'll be it's something fun. We try and do stuff like that. How many of the BlueCat team? Well, right now, because the competition is showing up, the deadline's next Saturday. We have a lot of people that are working for us that are seasonal. And basically during the competition, it's like a film festival or something. Now it's very busy. So we have probably, we have about 10 people right now in the office, and then we have all our readers. We have many, many, many readers. But we have we have 4, we have 1 intern, Michelle. One intern, Michelle. We have 4 people, and then Mike, and then there's 9 or 10. I don't know how many people. It's crowded over here. We have 2 offices going, and lots of readers, and it's rolling. It's rolling pretty hard right now. It's fun though. And we'll get some more people on Sunday morning. We'll meet more people, because we are going to be replacing Johnny after this disaster tonight. So, well, just let me know. Yes, somebody saw Actually, somebody from BlueCat saw Nightcrawler. Who saw Nightcrawler?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Johnny, come over. Don't do any spoilers.
Jeez, I'm horrible at it.
Okay.
What do you want me to do?
I don't think Johnny should talk about Nightcrawler because he doesn't really. He just got scared about doing spoilers, and I think he will ruin it for you.
Definitely worth seeing.
Is it good?
Yes.
Did you like it?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Definitely.
Did you like it very much?
Yeah.
What did you think of Jake Gyllenhaal?
Great.
Okay,
Great
so he really liked it, and I know another guy in our office. He went and saw it. He's seen it tonight, actually. He went and saw it tonight. Yes, we had a script. How accepting are you guys of unconventional scripts? Not exactly experimental, but maybe a script that explores a different structure. Actually, our winner last year, the 2013 winner, totally an experimental script. It was awesome, but it was very, very. It was really our farthest experimental script. It was really good. I loved it, and he was a great winner. He was awesome. I'm Team Johnny. Promote Johnny. Okay, I don't know. Are we gonna really go there? Yes, a Bollywood script. We love that stuff. Don't replace him. This was a great idea of his. Okay, well, we'll keep Johnny on for another night, and we'll see. He'll be here on Sunday. You're working Sunday? No. Johnny's not here Sunday, but
I'm working today.
Yeah, Mike's gonna be here Sunday. And Johnny will be back on the Ustreams next week. You'll see Johnny again. He saved his job tonight with this litmus test movie. Okay, so Johnny's back in the good books. Okay, yep.
I appreciate this.
Okay, yeah. He's happy. He's been hanging by a thread. He's really the low man on the totem pole. And basically we thought, okay, if you can prove yourself tonight, we'll keep you on. Okay, so do you have a winner? Okay, The King's Speech is a litmus test movie coming on very late by Margaret. Okay, And so do we have a list?
Yep.
And you're sending it, okay, so we're going to have the vote very soon here. And here we go. So I'm going to give you top 3 litmus test movies, which it's kind of weird because I shouldn't be picking them because they're really personal. So it's sort of stupid. So I'll just do my best. We'll pick them and then we'll just go from there. So I'm going to give you the top 3, or just pick a random 3, and then you go ahead and pick, and we'll get a winner. I'm waiting for Johnny to deliver. This is the thing. We're doing there's a lot of waiting game with this guy. He's like, have you ever heard of a human rain delay? It's a little challenge, but that's why he works well with Mike. I was sort of observing that earlier. I was like, it's strange because they are both similar. They're both yes. It's like it's weird because they both they're nervous Nellies. I think they both have emotional and mental problems, but both of them working. It's like weird because it's like they're both sort of like almost an employee each, and then you bring them together, and it's like then there's no employee there at all. It's like it's not like it added up to one. I don't know. Okay, so
did you get the email?
we're waiting for this. We're the list from Steven and from Johnny, and I'm not. Johnny, is it coming in? Did you mail it?
Yeah, here, just look at it from my tent.
Okay. All right. Okay. Litmus test movies. Okay. We've got Armageddon, Tree of Life. I'm like Dawn of the Dead. Okay, Dawn of the Dead is one of them. I'm picking ones that are sort of goofy. So that's why I'm not going to pick Shawshank or Good Will Hunting. Those are sort of, or even The King's Speech, because I just don't, sorry, I'm going to throw those out. I'm going to go with Dawn of the Dead, Road Warrior, of course, in honor of tonight's awesomeness. And I'm not going to pick Tree of Life because no one's going to vote for that. I'm sorry. And The Princess Bride is another one that I don't think we can use. So let's not use that one. Let's go with Armageddon. Okay, Armageddon, Dawn of the Dead, and Road Warrior. Those are the 3. So let's pick one of those, and I'll give you any one of those. What's the movie out of those 3 that is a litmus test for a relationship? If you don't like Dawn of the Dead or Armageddon or Road Warrior, you are out. Okay? Thank you for not picking Princess Bride. Yeah, I mean, I think some of them, customarily, so we got to make it a little challenging. Who would be the one? So pick one of the 3. Those are fun answers. Thank you for this great contest, Johnny. You can come back tomorrow. So vote now. I'm going to give you 1 minute to vote, everybody. Starting now. We have some votes already, and we'll count all those, so you don't have to go back and do that. It's funny because we're getting more and more viewers as we go. We have more viewers, I think, now than we've had because it's now everybody's, getting off of work or something or around the world or waking up or something. But maybe over in London they're sort of getting on Ustream for a second. We didn't even get a chance to send out a newsletter. Our newsletter service is like we do our newsletters with Constant Contact, and their whole system's melted down tonight. So we usually send out like a newsletter to tell everybody we're live, and we didn't even do that, which is sort of. But this was pretty awesome. In the future, Johnny doesn't work for BlueCat. Don't tell him; he'll find out tomorrow. Yes. Yep. Yeah, I can also predict the future that Johnny's not working tomorrow. No. Johnny's great. Everybody's great. We have a great we have a great team. We have a really good team. Everybody loves working at BlueCat, and we have a good time. We try and make it fun because we want to help you guys. So it's like we try and keep our eye on our mission, and it's something that's worth working for. So all right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you again. I know some people are signing off. I see that, and I'm glad you hung in there. I know it's it's a little late for people. So we are. Oh, do we have the vote?
Yep.
We have a vote that's coming in. Format is not a big issue with us, but I think if you're way off base, lack of format usually indicates a script that hasn't been rewritten very much either. So be aware that might not be the issue. So okay, now the winner is, yes, we'll see you on Sunday. Thank you for everybody. I know people are signing off and stuff. Dawn of the Dead. Nice. If you don't like Dawn of the Dead, you're out. That's a great one. So Dawn of the Dead, very good. And so that's our winner. And who was it? Ustreamer 34171. Ustreamer 34171. And everybody likes Johnny. I don't know. Everyone's forgetting about Mike. I really hope Tree of Life finds someone. I know. I hope. I mean, it really is. That's a good one. Well, very good, everybody. This has been a lot of fun. And, yeah, zombies win, man. Zombies win tonight. We love you guys. And I hope this was fun for you. I hope we were coherent enough. We had a good time. These were some good contests, and we celebrate you guys around the world, and definitely over in Australia and New Zealand tonight, because this was sort of your vibe. And everybody who is up in LA and in New York and Chicago and other places, we love you. And Mike is awesome too. And we'll be back this Sunday morning from 9 to 11. We're going to have Heather Shore, the other half of BlueCat, very elusive. She's sort of behind the scenes. I'm more out in front of the competition, but she'll be with us. We'll probably have a couple more people from the company maybe sitting in. We'll give out some more free entries. And remember, you can always write a short and use your free entry. So don't hesitate to participate in the contest, knowing that you might win. And you can always resubmit your feature if you've already resubmitted. And we might have a guest next week, one of our winners, previous winners, who's done some cool stuff recently. We might have them in, but we like this too. We like doing some stuff where we interact with you guys and not get too bogged down with the interview. The interviews are great. I think they're good, but I like giving away the entries and giving you guys an opportunity to submit your work. So I did drive a cab in Chicago. I drove a cab for 3.5 years. Yeah, we'll definitely do the Down Under again. We're going to do that next week. We'll definitely do another late one next week, everybody. Next Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that. We'll definitely. Thursdays are tough because that's when I teach at night. So I don't know if I would be able to talk for 2 hours right after that, but right after teaching. But maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday. And then we're definitely going to be doing some Ustreaming like the night of our deadline. That Saturday night we're going to be up. So if you're around, we're going to be doing some different things. We're going to be rocking and rolling for the next week and a half, everybody. So well, I love you guys. We all Johnny, you want to say anything?
Thanks for the support.
Okay, so Johnny's I mean, we'll keep him for a little bit. Mike's signing off.
Have a good night, everyone.
Yep. We'll see you guys soon, and thank you so much, you guys. Thank you for staying with us tonight and this morning, and this was cool. And we'll see you soon, very much. Probably Sunday morning's the next one. Sunday morning. This is Wednesday. It's Thursday. Now it's Thursday everywhere. Not in Hawaii, not yet, but 3 more hours for Hawaii. Is it? Are you guys on standard? Do you go 2 hours? Well, we'll talk more about that. But Hawaii's still on Wednesday. But now that it's Thursday in Los Angeles, I'm going to say goodbye. And I will see you guys on this Sunday. And we'll have breakfast with BlueCat again. And we'll see you then, okay? So take care, everybody. Thank you so much.